Hold on to that, Black and White Nation. Newcastle is about to take another massive step in the transfer market, and the Jacob Ramsey move could totally change our midfield this season. I'm Rodrigo, and you're watching Newcastle Mania, the channel made by fans, for fans who are passionate about Newcastle United. You blinked, and Newcastle is headline news everywhere. Today we're diving into a story that's shaking up the transfer market, but stick around, because even though this is the main news, there are some behind-the-scenes details you need to know before the official announcement, and believe me, there's some hot info you won't want to miss. But first, just a quick word. Remember those Chelsea fans who said this channel wasn't growing because our fan base is too small? Well, they're starting to get quiet, because our numbers are growing. So let's keep pushing. If you love Newcastle and want to shut them up once and for all, hit that subscribe button right now. It costs nothing, but it sends a message. Let's reach 1,000 subscribers together and show them what the Black and White Army is all about. And now, let's talk about today's bombshell. Jacob Ramsey, midfielder at Aston Villa, is very close to signing for Newcastle United, a player many have underestimated in the Premier League, but who could become a key piece in our midfield. And pay attention. The way he said goodbye to Villa shows just how much he will be missed, and the myth that he wasn't worth anything is completely debunked. The message he sent shows respect, maturity, and professionalism, exactly the kind of attitude Howe wants in the Newcastle squad. What makes Jacob Ramsey's transfer to Newcastle even more special isn't just a fee, around £40 million, or his talent. It's the way he said farewell to Aston Villa, sending an emotional message that shows just how much he will be missed. And this is the part that really makes the fans understand his impact on and off the pitch. Ramsey made it clear he will miss Villa and everyone involved in his journey, reinforcing that the myth of him being worth nothing is completely dismissed. This kind of attitude doesn't go unnoticed. It shows professionalism, respect for the club that developed him, and an impressive maturity for just 22 years old. He is the type of player who brings not only technical quality to the team, but also team spirit and character, something Eddie Howe values greatly. And that's exactly why Newcastle is so confident about finalizing the deal quickly. Now, let's talk numbers and game presence. Even though he only played 94 minutes in the Premier League twice last season, Ramsey featured in 46 matches across all competitions. He was a trusted figure for Unai Emery, showing consistency, resilience, and tactical intelligence. So, he's not just another young player coming in without experience. He knows how to play, understands the pressure of big games, can carry the ball, create chances, and provide balance to the team. And Aston Villa, even with just 2 years left on his contract, they tried to renew him. This clearly shows they believe in his potential. But with Ramsey declining, the sale became inevitable. For Newcastle, this is pure gold. A talented player, already tested in multiple competitive situations, arriving motivated to shine in one of the most demanding leagues in the world. The reaction on social media has been incredible. Villa fans are sad to see him go, but even figures like Gabby Agbonleha have highlighted that Ramsey will be missed not just for stats, but for his playing style, his ability to create opportunities, and the reliability he brings to a team. Among Newcastle fans, the excitement is huge. Many already see Ramsey as a piece Howe needed to organize the midfield, give more fluidity to possession, and improve offensive creativity. And this reaction goes beyond the pitch. It's about confidence, attitude, and sending a message across the Premier League. Ramsey arrives not just as a technical reinforcement, but as an example of professionalism, someone who understands the responsibility of wearing the black and white shirt. The message he left at Villa shows he's aware of the impact of his departure and that he's ready to take on a new challenge with ambition. This combination of talent, maturity, and motivation could be decisive for Newcastle this season. Ramsey isn't just a temporary replacement or gamble. He could be the piece that transforms the club's midfield and raises the team's level in key Premier League matches. And if he keeps the hunger and attitude is shown, the entire squad will feel the positive effect. A player like this is contagious and inspiring to his teammates. So that's it, Black and White Nation. It's not just a signing, it's a message, respect, and real impact. Ramsey arrives motivated, prepared, and ready to prove that every pound invested by Newcastle is worth it, and that he will make a difference both on and off the pitch. On social media and in the press, this story is absolutely blowing up. Villa fans, of course, are feeling the loss. But what really stands out is that figures like Gabby Agbonlahor, the Villa legend, have already highlighted Ramsey will be missed. He might not have been the Premier League's top scorer, but his ability to carry the ball, create chances, and be reliable on the pitch is exactly what Newcastle needs right now. And among Newcastle fans, the excitement is massive. Many are saying he could be the missing piece Howe needs to organize the midfield, giving that rhythm of possession and creativity that can make all the difference in tough matches. Now, let's talk behind the scenes. Ramsey only played a full 90 minutes twice in the Premier League last season, but he appeared in 46 games across all competitions. That shows Emery trusted him as a squad player, and believe me, in the Premier League, you can't trust someone who doesn't deliver on and off the pitch. And that's exactly the confidence Howe wants to bring to Newcastle. Furthermore, Villa realized waiting any longer could be risky. If Ramsey kept turning down contracts and time ran out, the club would lose a chance to negotiate a good fee. So, selling now makes sense of them and opens the door for Newcastle. Talking about the player himself, Ramsey is a type of midfielder who balances defense and attack. He can press, win the ball back, and create chances for forwards. He can play centrally or in slightly advanced positions, depending on Howe's strategy. He's a versatile player, ready to adapt to Newcastle's style of play. If you look at other clubs, you'll see similar situations. Young, underestimated players, but highly talented, being signed. Newcastle is moving like the big clubs do, finding talent before it gets expensive, investing in the future, and strengthening the squad intelligently. If Ramsey really signs for Newcastle, we're looking at much more than just another squad addition. He has the potential to become a central piece in midfield, completely changing the team's dynamics. With Ramsey, Howe gets a player capable of opening passing lanes, linking defense and attack faster, and making smart decisions under pressure. This doesn't just make life easier for players like Bruno Guimaraes and Anthony Elanga, but it also gives Callum Wilson more tactical freedom, meaning he could get more opportunities in better positions inside the box. Moreover, Ramsey's arrival could create a ripple effect throughout the squad. Other players will see that Newcastle is strengthening the team strategically and intelligently. This raises internal competition. Every player will need to maintain a high level because Howe now has more options for his starting 11. Healthy pressure in the dressing room can transform the team into a tighter, more alert, and more dangerous unit on the pitch. From a strategic point of view, it's also a clear signal to our rivals. Newcastle wants to compete in the Premier League. We're not just buying players. We're investing in talent who can grow with the club and make a difference in crucial moments of the season. Ramsey isn't just filling a gap. He brings depth, consistency, and a creative alternative that can change the tempo of our game in key matches against top teams and in games where we need to control possession and dictate the pace. And there's more. Ramsey arrives hungry, motivated, and eager to prove that every pound invested in him by Newcastle is worth it. Players like this have an immediate impact in the dressing room. The enthusiasm and ambition of a young, talented signing spreads through the squad, boosting morale and increasing intensity in training. When he steps onto St. James Park, the energy Ramsey brings will be felt by everyone, from the starters to the academy players, and of course by the fans, who will see a more dynamic, aggressive, and creative midfield. In short, Ramsey's arrival isn't just about stats or numbers. It's about transformation, competitiveness, and the evolution of Newcastle. He could be the player who changes the face of the midfield, raises the team's standard, and leaves a legacy of determination and technical quality that Howe is looking for. We're talking about a signing that promises both immediate and long-term impact and could define how Newcastle approaches the 2025-26 season on all fronts. So that's it, Black and White Nation. A talented midfielder, a strategic signing, and a transfer window that promises even more surprises. Ramsey could be the missing piece for how to command the midfield and take Newcastle to another level this season. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Jacob Ramsey will shine in the black and white shirt? Will he become the pillar of our midfield? Or just another gamble? Comment down below, because I read everything. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button now. It costs nothing. It helps a lot, and it ensures you don't miss a single moment of Newcastle this potentially historic season. I'm Rodrigo, and you're watching Newcastle Mania, the channel made by a fan, for fans passionate about Newcastle United. See you in the next video, and let's show the power of our black and white army together.